Well, fall's finally arrived. Today's the first official day of fall, September 22nd. And unlike most days of the year that I've had to fish this year, it's not such a nice day today. There's been a 15-degree temperature drop in the last day and a half, down to 43 now today. Wind switched from the west to almost due north, blowing about 10 miles an hour. So we'll have to give it a try and see what happens. I'm going to use the same techniques as usual, just little tiny jigs and soft plastics, and I just search the water column looking for any fish that are willing to bite. We'll paddle down the lake here and see what happens. We've been pretty slow so far. I've been out about 10-15 minutes. I guess I shouldn't say too slow, I've just barely got started, but water's real dirty. Had a pretty good rain the other day, and it's pretty muddy out here. And of course, like I said, that cold front come in, so I'm not expecting a whole lot. But see if we can't pick up a few today. They're hitting real light. I mean, I've had a few bites in the first 10-15 minutes I've been out here, but like this one right here, they're not sucking it in like they were 2 weeks ago. There we go. Decent. Oh, it's a nice bluegill. There we go. That's a nice fall gill right there. Nice color on it. Just tapping at it, barely hitting it, but he sucked it in. We'll put him in the bucket. It's a nice gill. Try again. There's one. Feels like a very big one. Oh, it's a nice gill. Good one. You like that little orange jig. Not bad. Now what we have here is a little diagram I drew up of one of the areas I've been fishing pretty much all summer. And what we have is going down this way is the main lake, Big Lake. Coming from this direction is a main river. This part of the lake here is about 100 yards wide, 150 yards wide. The purple here, the dark line, shows you the main river channel running through, and this comes from a river up to the northwest. Here you also have another inflow, and this is a smaller creek that comes through. And you can see here, this strip here, about 100 yards wide, so it gives you some idea of what size we're talking about here. You know, this here 100 yards or so across, this here is about 75 yards across. There's some turns in this creek channel here. This is one of the main areas I fish, this section right here. And what I do is I'll concentrate along this river channel in the midsummer, and then in the fall as well. But in the fall I'll find fish scattered all around here. These couple of dark spots here, there's actually underwater wood. This is about 13 feet deep here. And there's some stumps down here, right on these bends of this creek channel. This is where I pick up a lot of the big bluegills and the crappies. There's a weed edge here. This is a seawall. This tan part here is about 3 feet of water. Then it drops down real quick along this weed edge. And then it, 10, 12 feet deep. And then it drops another foot or so where the creek channel itself is. This whole section here, I just drift. All day during the cold front, I just paddled back up here. Drifted. There's a little sand bar here submerged, and I start right beyond it and drift past it. I picked up a few here. I picked up a lot of the gills right here. This internal bay here often holds crappies. It's about 10-12 feet deep. Nice inside corner there. Now along this edge there's a little bit of sandy gravel, and then you have a point here, another little bay, and then a point here. This bay here, or this point here, has a submerged point as well. And I will almost always pick up some here. During the cold front today, I actually picked up quite a few right on this side of it. And they were real concentrated. Much more than 10 feet away from that specific area, there wasn't any fish. Or they weren't biting anyhow. This was the key right here. There's a submerged point off of this shoreline point that comes out about 10 feet towards the main water. This water out here by the river channel is 22 feet deep. Right about the end of this submerged point, which is 4 feet or so deep, it drops immediately into 14 feet of water. The wind switch today went from the west to the northwest and the north. It was coming like this, then it started coming like this. The main current of the river is right down this way. When you start putting that strong north wind in from this way and from this way, what it does is it seems to stack the fish up right behind this point right here. And they were there. I mean, but again, it was very confined. I had to stay within about a 20-foot circle right there, and I was getting the big bluegills. This is one of the first spots in the winter where ice fishing is good. The fish tend to start coming out of the main lake areas as the fall comes closer, and they start getting up into this bay. They hang around this point here. You have some gravel, then a weed bed that sticks out, and then as you get closer to the river channel, it gets a little deeper, 10-12 feet deep. They like to hang around this area, and then again, this whole flat here, there's a piece of wood there that's always there. That's the spots. Right now, the zooplanktons, the copepods, in a lot of areas, September, October is when they're at their prime. Here's one of the copepods that I had mentioned. You generally won't see them individually because they are quite small, half a millimeter, maybe to a millimeter. But when they're abundant like they are now, this time of year, September, October is when they're pretty much at their most abundant. They can be seen. They actually give the water almost a milky white look to it. Most of the year they pretty much hang out at the surface or near the surface, but not in such numbers that you can really see them, although you can see them during the summer, especially when the water's clear. In the winter, when the water gets real cold, they actually go right down to the bottom and just kind of hang there for the rest of the year. They feed on other kind of microorganisms, amoebas and insect larvae, mosquito larvae and types of things like that, and then they're fed on by the minnows. Just eat them up. The young fish of the year eat them copepods, and when you bring in the minnows and the young fish of the year into certain areas to eat on these zooplanktons, then the big fish are only going to follow. The bigger bluegills, the bigger crappies, they like to eat the plankton as well, but they like to eat the minnows that are eating the plankton. There we go. That one's right under us. I'm only down about 6 feet under the boat. There it is. Another nice gill. That'll work. Ouch. About 15 feet here, 14 feet of water, and that one there I got down 8 feet, 6 feet, and here's another one here. Yep, got him. Not quite big enough. Only got one crappie so far today, or one good one. I caught one small one also, but only one 9-inch or 9.5 incher. That's it. Crappie's been slow. Bluegill's been slow. Getting a few, but it's not fast and furious. But I didn't expect to do much good at all with the cold front and the wind change and everything else. So far so good, I guess. There we go. Oh! I missed that one. That one wasn't 3 feet under the boat. There we go. Ooh, feels like a good one. Oh yeah, nice gill. Oh, we swallowed it. Another nice one. Handful. I guess I found them. There we go. Oh, this feels like a nice one. Nice gill here. Oh, yeah. It's a fatty. Whoa! Good thing he was still on the hook. It's a nice one there. Take those all day long. Dandy. In the bucket. Messing with the camera and got a fish on that. Oh, and a fish on this one. Couple good ones. That's a nice one. Nice gill. A nice chug. Take doubles all day long. Love it when that happens. There we go. Boy, they are just inhaling it now. They are eating it. One thing, can't get far from that spot. They're concentrated right over here in a hole that seems to be not much more than about a 20-foot circle. Get outside of there, nothing. I get right back on that spot, there's fish. Feels like another nice one. Oh yeah. These are good gills out here. Real nice gills. There we go. We'll let him go. There's one. Feels like it might be a crappie. Looks like it, yep. Nice one. Not too shabby. Not bad. Bleeding a little bit out this side. There we go. Feels like a pretty nice gill here. Oh yeah. Good one. Drift through there again. I'm just making about a 30-foot drift here off of this point. Off this point, there's a submerged point that sticks out towards the main river channel. The wind's been blowing this way out of the northwest all day. Current's coming from that way. And they're just stacked up right behind it. Nice gill. Swallowed it. Little tiny bass. Look at there. Oh, there's another head over here. Missed that one. Feels like a good one here. Oh yeah, we'll end it on that one. That's a good gill there. Phew. Solid handful. That one. Nice one. Be a good one to call it on. Great day. A little chilly out here this morning. Hands were even cold for the first time this year. But all paid off. Stuck it out. Got myself a good bucket of bluegills. What another great day on the lake today. Cold front, like I mentioned this morning, it was 20 degrees colder than it was 2 days ago. Still only about 60. 2 days ago it was darn near 80. The wind switched from the west to straight out of the north, but didn't make a whole lot of difference. I slowed down my presentation a bit. Water was a little dirty, so between the cold front and the dirty water, I, like I said, slowed it down. Fish were all over the water column. They were anywhere from the bottom in 16, 14 feet of water up to 2-3 feet under the kayak. All in all, ended up a good day. Got a full limit there, 25. Got crappies and bluegills, just a few crappies and some real nice bluegills.